Good morning, class. So, this is our next session for structural design. In the previous session, we have been discussing about types of sections. If you remember, we have discussed three types of sections. What are those? Based on their position of neutral axis, we have discussed three types of sections. Those are balanced sections, under reinforced sections, over reinforced sections, and we have discussed what are different properties of these sections, right? So now today we will discuss how to calculate moment of resistance for a singly reinforced beam. Yesterday also we have described what is singly reinforced beam. If you remember, it is a beam which has only reinforcement in the tensile zone. Okay, reinforcement is present only in the tensile zone. No reinforcement is provided in the compression zone. Okay, such that its moment of resistance is always more than applied moment. Yesterday I told you, right, how much moment is applied is less compared to the capacity of section. Moment of resistance means what? It is defined as the capacity of section, how much moment it can carry. Okay, so today we will discuss how to calculate moment of resistance for a singly reinforced beam. Now again, you have three formulas here based on types of sections. Suppose you are designing an under reinforced section. Suppose you have a under reinforced section. How will you classify an under reinforced section? XU is less than XU max. Okay, maximum depth of neutral axis is more than XU, or XU is less than XU max. It is called as under reinforced section. Okay, in which failure of which material is first? Which material will fail first? Steel. Okay, steel will fail first. Okay, so moment of resistance will be calculated by using the formula T multiplied by J. This T is tension. Okay, tension will be taken up by steel here. Now which material is failing? Steel. So we will take T into J, tensile force multiplied by J. So what is T? If you remember, it is 0.87 Fy AST, stress multiplied by area of reinforcement by some factor of safety. So this will give me what? Total tensile force. Now multiply this with J. J is D minus 0.42 XU. We have also derived this formula, how to get J. Okay, if you see your previous classes, you will be able to get what is the difference between C and T, sorry, J and D. Okay, this is the total tensile force, and if you draw the stress diagram, it will be like this. This is the total compressive force. Now this is the distance between the tensile and the compressive force. To calculate moment of resistance, I told you in the previous class also, moment of resistance will be equal to either C into J or T into J. Now which formula to be used? That is described by using type of section. Suppose you are designing an under reinforced section, the formula will be T into J. Why? Because steel fails here first. Steel is responsible for taking tension. So tensile force multiplied by J. Okay, this is the formula for moment of resistance. Now, suppose you have a over reinforced section. Okay, this is for under reinforced, this is for over reinforced. Now what happens here is XU will be more than XU max. Okay, the depth of neutral axis will cross the maximum limit. Now which material will be failing here first? It will be the concrete which fails first. Okay, so failure of concrete, we also described how the failure of concrete is. Concrete will fail by cracking. It is a brittle material, so it falls suddenly. It is a type of sudden failure. So MR will be equal to, concrete is responsible for compression there. So C multiplied by J. Okay, C multiplied by J. I told you what is C. C is nothing but 0.36 FCK B multiplied by XU into D minus 0.42 XU. Now this is the formula how to calculate moment of resistance. If you see your code book also, this formula is available for you. This formula is available in the code book. Okay, limiting moment is there in code book. This formula is not there. So this is the formula how to calculate moment of resistance using C and J or T and J. Now, suppose you got a section like this. It is a balanced section. Balanced section. This is visible, right? Now, balanced section means what happens here is XU is equal to XU max. Now, what is happening here? Steel and concrete are supposed to fail simultaneously here. But what do you think, which should fail first? Whose failure is advisable, steel or concrete? Steel failure is advisable. Why? Because yielding of steel will lead to crack in concrete, but failure of concrete will be always sudden, it will be always brittle. Okay. So failure of steel is advisable, which is a gradual yielding. Okay. So we calculate moment of resistance by using T multiplied by J here again. Okay. You should not use C into J. This T multiplied by J. So this is equal to 0.87 Fy AST into D minus 0.42 XU. Same formula as that of under reinforced section. So formula will be same for under reinforced and balanced section, whereas for over reinforced section it is C multiplied by J. So these are the formulas for moment of resistance only for singly reinforced beam, not for doubly reinforced beam. Doubly reinforced beam, the concept will change. Why? Because we also have compression reinforcement there. Okay, we also have compression reinforcement. With concrete, you have some compression reinforcement available there. So that has to be taken into account while calculating moment of resistance. So next is, we'll discuss what are the steps to calculate moment of resistance. What are the steps to calculate moment of resistance? So in this, the first step is you need to calculate the actual depth of neutral axis. Now, how to calculate actual depth of neutral axis? The formula is XU is equal to 0.87 Fy AST by 0.36 FCK B. Okay, 0.36 FCK B. For given dimensions of the beam, you need to calculate what is XU, given reinforcement, given dimension, given grades of concrete and reinforcement. Okay, you can calculate what is XU. Now next is calculate the maximum depth of neutral axis. Maximum depth of neutral axis. This is given by the formula XU is equal to 0.0035 whole divided by 0.87 Fy by ES plus 0.0055 multiplied by D. You will tell me it is 1 by 1.15 ES XU max. So this will be 1 by 1.15 will be 0.87. So these are the first two steps involved. First step is calculation of actual depth of neutral axis. Second step is maximum depth of neutral axis. Now you need to compare these two. Okay. Suppose XU is less than XU max. Okay. XU less than XU max. Type of section will be under reinforced section. Okay, for under reinforced section, compare XU and XU max. Now next step is for under reinforced section. For under reinforced section, the formula is for under reinforced section, moment of resistance will be equal to T multiplied by J. Now similarly, if you have a over reinforced section, moment of resistance will be C multiplied by J. Similarly, you can also have a balanced section, but that is not possible at all. Suppose you got a balanced section, then directly you have the formula, that is T multiplied by J. So these are the steps to calculate moment of resistance. So these are very important 2 marks, very easy problems for you. It involves only 4 steps: XU max, comparison, formula, simple. Okay. So generally this type of problems are asked in the examination, but what is important more here is doubly reinforced is more important here. Why? Because you have further compression reinforcement in doubly reinforced beam, so this formula will have some extensions. Okay, so that involves more lengthy calculations. Now next is we'll solve one problem to make this topic more clear. So the problem here is, now you have the question, calculate the moment of resistance for a singly reinforced beam, comma, reinforced with 3 bars of 16 mm diameter in the tension phase. 3 bars of 16 mm diameter as the tension reinforcement. Okay. The cross section dimensions are 230 mm by 450 mm. The cross section dimensions are 230 mm by 450 mm. Use M20 grade of concrete and Fe 500 grade of reinforcement. So you are given a singly reinforced beam first. What is asked in the problem? You need to calculate moment of resistance. Okay. So reinforcement bars which are provided is 3 bars of 16 mm diameter in the tension zone. Okay. Write it in the tension zone. Okay, tension zone means what? Below the neutral axis. Okay, reinforcement is provided below the neutral axis. Of course, singly reinforced beam will have only reinforcement in the tensile zone. So now solution. First you see what are the quantities which are given to you. First is you have breadth of beam, which is 230 mm. Okay, 230 mm is depth of beam given. Now next you have D, which is here in the problem it is not mentioned whether it is effective or overall. Okay, yesterday we have discussed what is effective depth. Now in the problem effective depth is not mentioned. So you need to assume that these are overall dimensions of the beam. So always go for capital D. Whenever it is mentioned small d, okay, whenever it is mentioned effective depth of beam, then you should take it as small d, and nothing is mentioned means it is always overall dimensions of the beam. So this capital D will be 450 mm. 450 mm. Now next is, you are also given area of reinforcement, right? You have 3 bars of 16 mm diameter. AST, area of steel in tension. Okay. Next is you have FCK, which is 20 MPa, comma Fy, which is 500 MPa. Okay, so the first step you have is calculate actual depth of neutral axis. Actual depth of neutral axis is given by the formula XU is equal to 0.87 Fy AST by 0.36 FCK B. Okay, so this will be 0.87 Fy is 500 multiplied by 3 into pi by 4 into 16 square. Okay, whole divided by 0.36. FCK is 20, B is 230. Whenever required, we will calculate small d, or you can calculate small d also. Small d will be 450 minus clear cover 20 minus 16 by 2. Okay, clear cover is 20, nominal clear cover. You need to assume this value. Generally, nothing is mentioned, you assume only 20. Okay, so this will be equal to 422 mm. Okay, so tell me what is XU now? XU by using this formula, no, 158. Okay, it is 158.4 mm. Okay, so this is actual depth of neutral axis which you are getting. Always remember, this XU is depth of neutral axis. Whenever you get the answer, see that it is less than 450. Okay, it should be inside the beam. It cannot be outside the beam. XU is not outside the beam. Always this will be inside the beam. Okay, it will lie in the cross section of the beam itself. Okay, so now substitute in this formula, you will get 0.0035 whole divided by 0.87 multiplied by 500 divided by 2 10 to the power of 5 Young's modulus of reinforcement plus 0.0055 multiplied by 422. I'll write here XU max is equal to 192.4 mm. Now what is happening here? XU is less than XU max. Tell me what type of section is this? This is an under reinforced section. Okay, so under reinforced section. under reinforced section. Now calculation of moment of resistance, the formula will be T multiplied by J. For under reinforced section it will be T multiplied by J. So this will be equal to T will be 0.87 FYAST multiplied by D minus 0.42 XU. Now which XU to be used here? This one or this one? You need to use only XU here. Okay, remember this value. You need to use XU here. So this will be equal to 0.87 into 500 multiplied by 3 into pi by 4 16 square multiplied by 422 minus 0.42 into XU, which is 158.4. I'll write it once again. MR is equal to 0.87 into Fy 3 into pi by 4 into 16 square multiplied by 422 minus 0.42 into 158.4. Okay, take these brackets while calculating. Why? Because chances of getting errors here is more. Okay. So this answer will be in terms of 10 power 6. Okay. Why? Because we are substituting all the values in Newton meter, Newton millimeter, will get the answer in terms of Newton millimeter only. .26 10 power 6. 93.26 10 power 6 Newton millimeter, or this is equal to 93.26 kilonewton meter. Okay, kilonewton meter. Unless and until you are clear with the concept of types of sections, you won't get this part. Okay, which material is failing first, you should know which section, which material will fail first. So this is the problem. You got moment of resistance as 93.26 kilonewton meters, right? So we'll see that if we take the similar cross section and increase the reinforcement, instead of 316, I will provide more reinforcement here. So now we'll check whether the moment of resistance it increases or decreases. What do you think? If you increase reinforcement, moment will increase or decrease? Increase, right? So we'll check whether it is increasing or decreasing. Okay. Same cross section, I am providing different reinforcement bars. Now I am providing, take it as 4 bars of 20 mm diameter. I am providing more reinforcement so that it should be over reinforced. Okay. Now what do you say? Providing same cross section, more reinforcement will increase the moment. That is you are saying me, right? Now we'll check whether it satisfies or not. See here, what changes here? This will change. First, small d will change. Okay, it will be not 16 by 2, it will be 20 by 2. AST is now 4 bars of 20 mm diameter. Here you have is 20 by 2. So this will be 420 mm. Okay. Now substituting here 4 multiplied by pi by 4 into 20 square. 313. 330.09 millimeter. Okay. Now there is somewhat change in this problem. Why? Because we have changed the reinforcement here. The reinforcement is changed. So this will be multiplied by 420. Instead of 422, it will be 420 now. Now tell me what is XU max? XU max. Nothing will change in this formula. only the D will change. Okay. It is now 191.53 mm. Now the condition is changing here. The beam is over reinforced now. XU is more than XU max. Okay, the value of XU is 330, value of XU max is 191. So it is over reinforced now. Over reinforced section, which means failure of concrete is prior to failure of steel. So the formula will also change. It is now C multiplied by J. Okay, C multiplied by J. Now what is C? MR is equal to 0.36 FCK B into XU D minus 0.42 XU. Now see here, you cannot use XU is equal to 330 here. Why? Because this is maximum limit up to which the neutral axis can go. Okay, this is the last line of neutral axis. Beyond this part you have tension, but if you take this value, it is not justified, right? This is maximum you are telling. Now you are taking in calculations, you are using XU is equal to 330. That is not correct. So this formula will change now. This will be XU max here always. Okay, whenever you solve the problem, this will make you more clear. So the formula will be XU max now. Now substitute in this formula 0.36 multiplied by 20. What is B? 230 into 191.5 multiplied by D is 420 minus 0.42 into 191.53. So tell me what is the answer for this one? 107.69 kilonewton meter. See here what is happening. Previously we took only 3 bars of 16 mm diameter, and how much moment we got? 93 kilonewton meter. Now how much reinforcement we are increasing? If you compare ASTs, okay, previously we provided 3 bars of 16 mm diameter. The area for this one is 603 mm square. Now you are providing is 4 bars of 20 mm diameter, area is 1256, right? 1256 is the area. You are almost doubling area of reinforcement. How much moment is increasing? 7714 kilonewton meter. So providing more reinforcement is waste. Providing proper reinforcement is required. Understood the concept here? Okay. If you see on construction sites where no designers are involved, they will just provide the reinforcement in the beam. Okay, without any reference to this answers, right? So providing proper reinforcement is required. Understood the problem? So I'll give you one more problem. You need to solve this problem at home. Calculate moment of resistance for a singly reinforced beam with 3 bars of 20 mm diameter. Dimensions are 300 mm by 600 mm. Okay, don't take it 600, make it 500 mm. 300 mm by 500 mm. Now grade of concrete I am changing, use M30 grade of concrete and Fe 415 grade of reinforcement bars. Okay, so solve this problem. Also compare this problem if I provide 6 bars of 20 mm diameter. Okay, what is happening if I provide 320 and 620? What type of section it is coming to, and how much moment of resistance you are getting in these two reinforcement cases? You need to solve this problem. Okay.